Alright, welcome back to Caves of Cut. This is Phros, our crazy mutated adventurer that we're going in with. They have had an interesting time of it so far. If we have a quick look at their setup, they are still running that unstable genome. I had a couple people asking about why this isn't firing every time I level up. Even though I have it 3 times and it says it's a 33% chance, it's 3 instances of 33% chance, not 33% chance stacked 3 times for a 99% chance. So it's not as guaranteed as it might sound like it is. We've got 4 levels of freezing ray, so we can emit a freezing ray from our hands, we can see in the dark. We've got the irritable genome debuff, which means that every time we spend a mutation point, our next mutation point is spent randomly, and if we buy mutation, our next one is random. We have 4 levels of regeneration, and we picked up, in our last last video, we grew a stinger from our back that lets us inject paralyzing venom into our enemies. We are currently running around with we're wearing chainmail, we've got the helmet on, a miner's helmet, even though we don't need the light from it. We're wearing a smiling sun mask on our face, we've got a cloak, we've got a buckler in one hand, a steel battle axe in the other. We also unfortunately named our first piece of armor, our buckler, but it got destroyed, so it's broken. One of our fists is sheathed in ice. We do have a short bow, we have some gloves, we have a stun glass grenade as well. Let's continue on. We're trying to find out what is eating the water vine in the village of Joppa, and we're going to head down here. Now, one thing I've just remembered this time is you can actually zoom in and out, so I will be doing that to try and make the action a little bit more easy to follow. Now, we have a few things here. There's an ape here. This albino ape, a snow-white slumping head, is beset with keen and soft red eyes. Her fur is powdery on her hulking ape frame, and on Moontime instinct squeezes her fist into a chest beater. She is neutral, so she will not harm us, but she may help us fight. There's a wet cave spider here, another giant centipede. There's a wet snapjaw brute. There's a lot of stuff here. As long as there's no shotgunners, we should be okay. So I'm gonna actually just start shooting some arrows at some enemies here. Let them come at us. Okay, we've got that. Spider's running away. There's a cannibal coming at us now. I missed with that shot. There's a fight happening up here in the top right. Looks like this plated nullworm is fighting the snapjaws over here. There's a snapjaw coming at us. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to charge him. He's a little bit too close. We'll just wait a turn and then we'll try and charge him again. There we go. Whoa. Okay, there's a lot of things happening here. There's quite a lot of enemies around us that we didn't originally see. I'm going to step in here. I'm going to hit this snapjaw and kill it. We've got 2 centipedes coming for us. We should be pretty good at taking this out. I'm going to freeze one of them with a freezing ray. Let's zoom in so we can follow the action a little bit better. I'm going to actually I'm not going to dismember. I was going to dismember. I'm just going to hit this guy here. I accidentally did dismember him. I'm going to paralyzing sting this centipede. So it is now paralyzed and can't hurt us. So while it is paralyzed, I'm going to fight the cannibal. The centipede is now no longer paralyzed, so we're going to hit it next. And then we actually paralyze it again. We're going to get the snapjaw. Now we need to start fighting this crab. The crab could be a problem because it's got a lot of armor. If we have a look at it, it doesn't actually tell us how much armor it has, but they have a lot of armor. So just bat our way through it. We just cleaved its armor, which is good. We paralyzed it as well. So every time we attack, there's a chance for us to attack with our stinger. Oh, the game just minimized. Every time we attack, there's a chance for us to paralyze something with our stinger, which is very useful. And we managed to clean out that little ambush. There's a lot of enemies came at us there. With the good help of our ape friend, though, we managed to deal with it. Something is shooting at us. Let's be very quick. I'm being quite careful about what I pick up, but bracelets are good to pick up. Nothing here I want. Actually, there was something there. There's a sap mask. Sap masks help protect us against gas. It's basically like a homemade gas masks. So we'll actually get this and we will equip it to our face. It means we're losing the bonus of dodge value from our... Oops, I didn't mean to pick that up. I just picked up a snapjaw corpse, which has overburdened us. Let me just drop that really quickly. There is a archer here. We'll just kill him with a bow. Nothing we want there. Let's keep heading. Oh, there's another archer. Let's charge. Actually, I'm worried about charging the ape by accident. We'll just run up and hit him. Let's grab his short bow because they are worth a little bit of money. We'll grab this short bow as well. Who's shooting? There's a cannibal just came out of the water. I don't really want to fight people in the water. There's a lot, just so many enemies throwing themselves at us down here. We'll grab this buckler because it's good to have backup shields in case your shields get destroyed. We're starting to get to the limit of our weight capacity. Let's freeze this brute so he's not actually wrecking us. Anything on the ground here? No. We're still being shot at by somebody, but our health is regenerating enough that we can take the small amount of damage that we're being issued. Let's zoom out a little bit to see what we can see. No sign of anything, but somebody was shooting at us there. Let's keep heading north. That is our mission objective. We're basically following this underground river until we get to Red Rock. This is the other way to get to this location. You can see that it keeps ending. Oh, there's a chest. Let's see what's in the chest. Oh, I need to actually... I just picked the chest up. That was stupid. Where is the chest in my inventory? There's a lot. We have a lot of stuff. Let's drop the chest. And let's actually access the chest. So there's some arrows in it. We'll get that. There's a fried processing core. We can use that for crafting if we get there. And spare water skins are always good to have. Let's head north. We're still not in the Red Rock tunnels yet. Okay, that... there's a big pile of slime to our left. That's the green liquid. You have to be careful with slime because you can slip on it and it can actually... There's actually a dungeon later in the game. There's a wide-brimmed hat there. That's quite cool for a gunslinger character. There's a dungeon themed around slime later in the game where you can slip on slime and just end up very far from where you slipped onto the slime. It does get a little bit hectic. I do not like fighting amoebas because they do crushing damage. Let's kill these two as quickly as possible. They also leave behind slime. Health's okay. I'm just whacking these guys. There's nothing that exciting happening here. We're waiting for some more interesting enemies to come up. We've kind of over-leveled this area now, which is fine. We have boarskin gloves. We don't need those. What other cloak? I don't really need that. We'll grab it because I think we can sell it. Sandals of the Riverwise. I think these give us they give us +5 move speed, which I'm not really that worried about. Keep heading north. There's a chameleon there. They can be a problem. I tried to charge out of the water, but I can't do it, so we're going to step out of the water. Wow, I took a lot of hits getting out of the water. Let's freeze the chameleon. Let's dismember the centipede and kill it. Okay, we're gay. This is okay. We're going to sting the chameleon. And that killed it, which is great. And then we're going to hit this guy. I just picked up the corpse again. I keep pressing G, which is the button to check what's on the floor. But if there's nothing there, you just end up picking up the corpse. I need a quick check to make sure there's actually something there before I hit the button. Alright, we're just going to keep pushing north. I want to get this quest done and move on to new stuff. Slimy leather boots with cleats. What are they? Salty, slimy leather boots with cleats. Fitted with cleats. +2 to saves versus force movement, knockdown, and being restrained. Okay, they're actually pretty good. And I think they are... We don't actually have anything on our feet, so that's another armor. We're up to 6 armor value now. 7 is like the break point I want to get to, where a lot of the early game creatures won't even be able to penetrate our armor to hurt us. That's a Snapjaw Warlord. They're just a little bit harder to kill. They have the Swarm Alpha ability to go with the Swarmer ability. She has a 2-handed iron longsword, which I don't really want to mess with, so we're going to charge her. And if you remember, we've picked up skills so that when we charge, we automatically dismember. And I think we get an automatic cleave as well. And then there's also a chance for our stinger to sting as well on the charge, which is what happened there. You can see the momentum from your charge causes you to get a cleave. And our stinger attacked as well. And we got a hit as well. We actually hit twice with our axe for charging in. So it's pretty powerful. And it doesn't put our dismember or our sting on cooldown. And we can use it while they're cooldown. So our charge is getting very powerful. There's nothing here I really want. Let's keep moving north. There is a deep pool of salty water that way. That's okay. You've finished. Okay, we have found what is eating the water vine, and that is it over there. This is a wet Gershling. Star orchid saliva pools at the tips of its fangs and drips onto pallid leg things. It shudders in the capture of some pristine ecstasy lost to space and time, and it lets out a piercing whine. So this is a weird creature. Weirder than... Unfortunately, we stepped onto a young ivory, which means we are bleeding, but we should be alright. Our health has dropped below 40%. Regeneration should close that up. We're also being shot at by a seed vine, so let's keep moving until we're out of its line of sight. And now we're fighting the Gershling on 12 hit points. Let's step back into this map square, and we'll just take cover here. Then I'm going to charge the Gershling. I'm going to Freezing Ray the Gershling. I'm going to Sting the Gershling. And then we're going to just keep hitting it. Okay, we killed the Gershling. Now our quest is actually to pick this up and take it back to Joppa. So we've actually completed the quest. What I want to do is I want to explore just the bottom level of Red Rock, because there are sometimes some pretty decent bits of loot down here. I'm actually going to rest until, not until I'm fully healed, just until I'm back up to about 20 hit points. Yeah, we've got enough regeneration and enough armor that I'm not too worried about most of the enemies that we're going to fight here. I don't really want to fight a Gershling in the water, but we paralyzed it and killed it. Let's get these, let's get rid of these seed vines. And I just want to see if there's anything else here worth picking up. What's that up to the north? Gnawed water vine. So that's the water vine they've been stealing. And there's a bloody wet congealed shade oil. Adds phasing-based effects to cooked meals. We want to grab that. That sounds like a pretty good ingredient to pick up. I am getting shot by yet more spinning vines. Let's grab this. There's a human corpse there. Let's deal with this seed vine that's just growing in the middle of the water. Let's just explore this. Oh, we just been impaled by another young ivory. I talked about these in the last video, and we were doing quite well at not getting hurt by them. I'm just going to shooting this with my arrow. Now we're actually walking into them a lot. I lose a lot of characters in the early game. I'm just shooting the vines on the walls. 2 young ivories. I step on one, I start bleeding, and I can't stop the bleeding. The advantage we have with this character is that we have... Oh, there's actually tar on the floor here. There's asphalt. So we're getting stuck in asphalt here. We need to be careful of that. I basically step on a young ivory and I start bleeding and I can't stop the bleeding. It's a really big problem for low-level characters. Whoa, okay. So, this is a kindle-thumbed enemy. You can see down here in the bottom right, right? You're stuck in a pool of asphalt. You wade through a pool of asphalt. You take 4 damage from the kindle-thumbed speed-spitting vines flames. The pool of salty water is destroyed. The pool of salty water is destroyed. You take 1 damage from the fire started by the kindle-thumbed speed-fitting vine. Your health drops below 40%. I don't know what a kindle-thumbed thing is. I'm assuming it is a creature that's been awoken or made more powerful through mutation or cybernetics somehow. It looks like it's over here and it just spat a line of fire at us, which is bad enough, but we are standing in a pool of asphalt. So we could die very quickly here. You can see that we are now on fire. Now, luckily for us, there's some water down to our bottom right. So let's try and get out of here. We are stuck in the asphalt. We managed to break free, and we're in the water, and we're no longer in fire. And now that asphalt to the north of us is on fire. If we look here, flaming pool of asphalt. So that's a problem. Let's see if we can find another way around. What is this? Nothing here. Okay. Let's just go around and see what else we can... See if we can find another way of getting at him, because I would quite like to see if he drops anything interesting. You can see how very abruptly the game can change. Oh, that's a dread root firing off. They make you run away, and I hate that they do that. And we can pick up the brackish tubers, so I did cool. They're worth some food. So we should be coming up around behind the spitting vine. Oh, it looks like we only have one way to get to it. There's no other way to get into the west portion of the map. Let's deal with what's over here first. A few spitting vines. We'll charge this one. What's this on the floor here? I think it's just a boulder. That's a wet Phros. Large boulder, okay. We're very close to leveling up, and I'd like to level up before we leave here. But we're getting very little XP from the enemies here now. And I do just want to explore this level. Okay, we've got another Gersh that gets stuck in a web. We'll just cleave our way through it. Okay, we just leveled up again, and we have a choice on another mutation. So we can generate sleep gas. You release a burst of gas, sleep gas around yourself, releasing gas for 3 rounds. We can grow a new body part, so it's quills plus grow a new body part, not just quills. Hundreds of needle-pointed quills cover your body. I can expel 10% of my quills in a burst to do 1 to 3 damage, and I regenerate the quills at 0.25 per round, and I get plus 2 armor class as long as I retain half of my quills. Creatures attacking your melee may impale themselves on your quills, breaking through 1% of them and reflecting 3% of the damage per quill broken, but I cannot wear body armor. Or triple jointed, which gets me plus 2 agility and 10% chance that sprint and skills with agility frequencies don't go on cooldown after use. If I was playing a short sword or dagger character, triple jointed would be amazing to pick up here. It's a very expensive evolution. I'm kind of wanting to embrace the mutated monstrosity kind of vibe for this run though, so I'm quite tempted to pick quills up. The ability to burst quills out of my body sounds very cool as well. And I think as I level this up, I'm able to expel more quills. So I think I'm going to grab this. So you have gained the activated ability Quill Fling. You gain quills, and a side hypha grows out of your body. I'll need to look up what a hypha is, because that's not a term I'm actually familiar with. Give me a second, I'll look it up. Okay, from Wikipedia, a hypha is a long, branching, filamentous structure of fungus or bacterium, which is collectively called a mycelium, or is a mycelium. So I basically have grown like a... I can't even in my head see what this looks like, but I have grown it out of my body, and we've now leveled up. So let's have a quick look at what our character looks like right now. We also need to hotkey our flinging. So we have our quills, and I don't think the side hypha is equipable into everything. If we check our equipment, I actually have a side hypha slot on my body, which right now has an icy manipulator in it. So it could potentially, yeah, I can use this as a hand. So I could, by the looks of it, equip, for instance, another axe into that hand. and I have like a weird fungal mycelium hand that is holding another axe. So I've grown that as well as my quills, which now take up my body slot. Now we have some other stuff to spend here, so I'm actually just going to jump back into the inventory because we have 1 mutation point, and I want to basically just... There's nothing here I can level up my quills up. If I do that, that gets me... Doesn't look like it does much on leveling up, but I'm sure that leveling up higher would be better. So I'm going to level this up once. And we have how many mutations? We have 208 skill points. I would love to get Hook and Drag. We need 23 strength for that. Decapitate and Berserker also very, very good. Spicer lets us add a 3rd ingredient to cooking stuff for 50 skill points, and I'm going to grab that because it's great. Carbide Chef gives us, basically every time we level or explore a new piece of map, we gain inspiration. It's the joke on an Iron Chef, and we make better stuff, and we create a new recipe that we can use again and again. It's kind of a fun ability, and it kind of plays into the randomness of this playthrough. So I'm actually going to pick up Carbide Chef here as well. We've got 50 skill points remaining. I don't care about cutting skills. I'm not too worried about tactic skills either. We've got Mind's Compass, which is great. I might want to pick up some bow and rifle stuff just down the road. Dual wield, I think I definitely need to pick up now that I've got an offhand weapon. So I think that's what we're saving up for next is dual wield. We also need to look at some endurance and self-discipline skills as well, and shield skills. Let's keep going. We could also just dump the shield and go all in on axes if we wanted to. Now let's head up here. Why is this wall flashing? That's weird. It's because it's covered in sap. Okay, let's keep exploring. Oh, I need to hotkey my my quills. So hang on, I've got Charge on 1, Freezing Ray on 2, Dismember on 3, Sprint on 4, Sting on 5. So we'll put Quill Fling on 6. Oh, I actually used it instead of hotkeying it. I need to press Z. And then I want to press 6 to hotkey it. Cool. Okay. So now we've got Quill Flinging on 6. I am just... Okay, what killed that? It didn't say what killed it. Could have been the spider. No, it was the... Oh, you're interesting. Sorry. Getting distracted here. Let's zoom in slightly. So this jilted lover killed the Gershling. What is this? Why is it red? This is a weird color for this creature. This is a kindle-thumbed seed-spitting vine. Jade green tendrils curl inward and hug their center intention. So it's a normal seed-spitting vine, but it has ghostly flames to it. So this is another example of what fired the flames at us before. I could shoot an arrow at it. I've got a feeling that won't kill it, and it'll shoot flames back at us. But let's see what we can do. So I actually missed. I hit the bolt. The boulders are blocking the fire at the moment. Let's try and get a little bit closer and see if we can charge it. It's going to start shooting us in a second. I can't charge it from... It's only a pool of water. Okay, we got it. We charged it. It didn't give us anything. Okay, I was hoping that it would drop something interesting. If that's the case, I think it's time to head back to Joppa. There's not really much here that has anything for us now that we've completed the quest. So I'm just going to head south, and we're going to head back to Joppa. And we'll get on with the next part of our quest. Oh, we found some random snapjaws and a snapjaw warrior. And some more snapjaws over here on a jilted lover, which grabbed us, and now the warrior's fighting us. Let's freeze him. Let's dismember him. And he's dead. What's he got on the floor for us? A worn Bernus corpse, his feet, which we took off, and a dagger. Nothing that interesting. Let's keep heading south. I need to remember to use my quills. There's a seed spinning vine there, which I just killed very quickly. This is all turned slimy now after killing those amoebas earlier. There's a bronze battle axe. We'll keep heading south. We've already explored all this, so we're just going to move quite quickly through it. I usually would come up through Red Rock to get more experience, but honestly, we are so over-leveled at this point that I don't see the point, especially because there were all of those baboons up there, and the baboons are honestly one of the scariest early game enemies we can come across. Study handcacks, moccasins, nothing there we want. Let's just keep heading south. We'll have to fight these guys here. I'll hit you with a freezing ray, which will kill you. I'll just chop you up. I'll chop you up, and I'll come after this guy. He's running from us to shoot him. Got him. Take the wooden arrow. I'm just making sure that we're not missing any. A gentling cone. What is a gentling cone? I've never seen this before. In wallpaper and acrylic, the pain of experience is smoothed away into the uniform child's cone. Arterial clamps peek out from the interior surface. The cone is fastened by a brass chain, adorned by beads of glass and brown on the apex of the holy rhombus, a sign of the price of innocence. -1 ego. Well, that's a terrifying item. but we will take it and not put it on, and we'll probably be able to sell it. Also, a water skin with some cider in it. Amazing. We can use that for cooking. Let's keep heading south. Shouldn't take us too long to get back to Joppa here. Oh, waves blocked by shale. Need to find a square we can actually move through. There we go. Keep heading south. I think we're almost there. I'm going to zoom back out again so we can see the whole map. You can see just the remains of our battles coming this way. Is there a staircase up here? No, I think we still need to head south. But we should be getting close. Oh, just randomly ran into some enemies because I wasn't paying attention. There is an auto-explore feature in this game, by the way, and if we do a second playthrough after this one, I'll be a little bit less fully interactive with the character. I will spend more time like auto-traveling and stuff, but right now I don't see a reason to, I want to kind of embrace the game as it is. Now, I feel like we didn't come from the south here. Ah, here goes, staircase up. So let's start traveling up. Yep, we'll just auto-walk to the next staircase up, and we'll do that again. And I'll do that again. So if I just press the button to go up, the game will automatically walk me to the nearest one. I'm not holding the controls right now. And we'll just keep going up until we arrive back in Joppa. Okay, keep going up. And oops, I went too far up and I'm now on the world map. Let's head back to Joppa. We'll look at this in a little while. And here we are back in Joppa. So let's go and speak to the guy who gave us the quest. Actually, let's see. We'll do that first. He was down. Does Joppa look different? No, it's because I'm on the wrong side of the road. It's over here. All right. I found a bit of Nordvine wine and slow white spiderling. I carry its corpse with me. Wait. I didn't do that. I picked up the Gershling corpse. Yeah, I did. Oh, I've got a cave spider corpse as well. Let's drop that. We don't want that. That's throwing the quest off. Let's try talking to him again. What a hideous thing. I dread the horrors its presence portends. Bring the corpse to the elder. So the game's going confused because I'm carrying... Who are you? Oh, Argyve's just wandering around the town. Why is Argyve wandering around the town? Has he gotten into a fight with somebody? Argyve is fighting the preacher for the Sacred Stilt. So Argyve is a mechanist. Argyve is all about exploring the past and finding out about ancient artifacts. We talked to him in the first episode. He gave us the quests to find the ancient artifacts. And this guy here is a zealot of the Six-Day Stilt. And he is basically against artifacts and that they need to be destroyed. He's currently in bed, asleep. And I think Argyve's about to kill him. So let's see what happens. Argyve's moving up to him. Yep. The zealot of the Six-Day Stilt wakes up in a daze. The zealot of the Six-Day Stilt is dazed. Looks like... And Argyve just killed him. Argyve just killed the zealot of the Six-Day Stilt. Let's have a look at what he had on him. The Canticles of the Chromaic. So this is I think it's a randomly generated book. 8 pages of songs, which is pretty impressive. We can take this and sell it, so we might as well. And we'll leave the corpse behind. Thanks for clearing that up, Argyve. Now, we need to take the corpse of the Gershling we found to the elder of the town. So I returned from Red Rock with the corpse of a pale spiderling. That's not actually what I have, but the game seems to have decided it's a pale spiderling instead of the Gershling. So it's a small bug. Moon and Sun, can it be my grandfather and his grandfather? This is a Gershling. And I ask, what's a Gershling? An infernal creature of plague, but not for a millennium has... Why now? You see, Wayfarer, 1,000 years ago, in the last days of the Sultanate, a series of 7 plagues called the Gyre spread through and out of Cud. They were a long-string punishment for some trespass committed in the soft sludge of Primordium, even before the Sultans reigned. The Scourge of Gershlings was one of these plagues, but Rapesh lifted the curse. He cast off his crown and unmade the Sultanate. It made no sense that the Gershling returned to eat our crops, unless... What a dark tiding this is. Now, we didn't actually see the rabbit black-robed figure. I was looking for it, but I got out before I did. But the quest has assumed that we've seen them anyway. There were some cultists down there as well in black robes. That was a glow-white, no doubt. Those mechanical fools worship the Gersh Nephilim as gods. What's the Gersh Nephilim? The 7th plague. Demons born on the Moonstare, quickened to life for the purpose of eating our young. The Moonstare, I think, is a reference to the orbital pillar that exists in Cud. There's a what's it called? Like an orbital elevator here. For the purpose of eating our young. Rapesh cast them back before, but if they've returned, Phros, your discovery is invaluable to us, but we are but poor farmers and sharpening our vine reapers is all we can do. But there are many outside of Joppa who can do more. Take these prickle boons as thanks. I will not forget their service to us. please let me to leave and muse on this. So we receive an Uber Nostrum injector, a weird artifact, a salve injector, a salve injector, and a salve injector. Salve injectors are the best healing items we can get our hands on for quite a while. And we got 750 XP for completing that quest, which is pretty nice. And our reputation with the village of Joppa has increased to 200, which is great. Now the first thing we're going to do is we're going to dump the Gershling corpse on the ground, because there's nothing we can do with it, and it's useless to us, so it's gone. It's taking up tons of space in our inventory. Now, what other artifacts did we get there? So let's examine these and find out what they are. We've got a nanopneumatic jackhammer. Oh my goodness. This is a colossal, I think it's a two-handed jackhammer. It's a cudgel. It has 24 penetration versus walls, and it destroys walls after 4 penetrating hits. It does 2d4 damage, isn't huge, but if we can get a power cell to this, we can actually just go digging underground and then find whatever we want with it. We're going to hang on to that. That's pretty cool. What's the other thing he's given us? Fix it spray foam. Okay, this is pretty simple. You spray it on something to fix it. For instance, we could spray it on this energy cell to bring it back to life if we wanted to. We're not going to do that. Now, he also gave us some, where are they? Have I gone too far down? I think they're further. Here they go. He gave us some injectors. So we've got some salve injectors here. The salve injector is a slender metal tube used to deliver various tonics directly to the bloodstream. For 5 rounds, we cover 0.6 hit points per level, each minimum of 3 each round. So it's just a regen. They're pretty good. We've got a lot of HP though, so they might. I'm not sure how they scale. We also got an Uber Nostrum injector. I think this is like a super healing item. Yeah, you recover 0.6 hit points per round for 10 rounds rather than 5. At the end of the 10th round, you are purged of all short-term biological debuffs, and you regrow up to 1 severed appendage. So this is pretty good if we get anything dismembered from us. We can also get rid of the pickaxe now that we have the jackhammer. Let's go see if we can hand in a quest to Argive as well. Now that he's gone back to his house after killing the. Why is there a farmer in here? There's just a waterfine farmer just chilling in Argive's bed. Cool. Here's your knickknack. What do we give him? So I think we could give him the broken energy cell. I think that's the best thing to give him. We'll give him that. That completes the quest. Now he's going to give us another quest. Good. Quite impressive, treasure hunter. Maybe you're fit to poke around my workshop here. I'll be wanting another apprentice. So unfortunate having to scrap, what, with the disembowelment and all. Take a seat. Now let me explain. I'm on the cusp of a grand discovery. When I'm done assembling the weird wire conduit, you'll be able to speak to anyone from here to Cathus. First, though, I'm going to need copper wire. As much as you can find, at least 200 feet. You should be able to scavenge enough from the rust wells in nearby caves. As you say, I'll go fetch the wire. So he's given us a new quest to get our hands on some copper wire. Now we can go to a place called the Rust Wells and get that. It is, again, it's kind of another option for an early game character to go to the Rust Wells rather than go to Red Rock. Rust Wells is a little bit more dangerous, but at this stage, it's not going to be dangerous for us. So the plan is, we're going to quickly head over there. I'm going to trade with this Dromad. We've got a lot of stuff we can sell that we don't need. So we'll get rid of this, we'll get rid of this, we'll get rid of this. I'm basically just going to get rid of a lot of stuff here. I'm surprised the Gentling Cone doesn't go for more. We'll get rid of this. We'll sell the canticles. We can't even sell the cannibal faces. I should have actually. Hang on. What we should do is equip one of the cannibal faces because that puts our ego up by 1. So remove that, and we'll put a cannibal's face on our face, and that actually increases our ego, so we'll get better prices from the from the merchant. So we'll sell all of this. We'll sell this. We'll sell the cannibal's face we don't need, even though it doesn't go for anything. But hold on to this data disc. It's worth a lot. Keep all the stuff we've harvested. I want to sell all these weapons. We'll keep the jackhammer. Get rid of everything else here. I don't want the stun rod. There's no point in us holding on to a cybernetics credit wedge because we can't equip cybernetics we're mutant, and the cybernetics machines will reject us for being tainted. We'll keep the shotgun. We'll keep the bow. I'll keep these pieces of equipment here. Keep all of this. We'll get rid of the pick. Our pickaxe isn't worth anything, but it weighs stuff. We'll get rid of these. Are trade goods, the bracelets and the nuggets. This is just giving me a lot of money to play with here because I want to buy some supplies. So first things I want to do is I want to buy all of the shotgun shells he has. I want to get a bunch of steel arrows. I don't really see the point in getting carbide arrows. They're like advanced arrows, but arrows are mostly for just plinking away at enemies. I'm going to grab his wooden arrows as well. Can't wear body armor, so we'll get rid of that. I don't think I can examine these, unfortunately. This thing here is worth 196. It could be very good. It could be very terrible. I don't know what Council of Gamma Rock is. I've never seen an item with that icon. It's apparently a book. It's worth a ton. What else we got here? Stun gas grenade, torches, bandages I don't need. Any steel weapons? No. There's a musket. There's a steel buckler, which gives +1 armor. It's an awful lot of money for it, though. I think we'll just take the water. Hopefully we can hold it all. So let's offer this. He's going to give us 186 drams of fresh water, and we can hold it all. So that's excellent. Let's go back into our inventory really quickly, and we'll just put our mask back on. Where is the mask in our inventory here? Oh, I sold it. Oh well, we'll just wear the... That was a stupid thing to sell, and I'm not going to buy it back because it'll be a fortune from him. But that was stupid. I sold the gas mask. Okay, what do we have left to do? I think it's time to head over to Rustwells. I want to do that pretty quickly. Before we go, people were annoyed at me for not checking the statue. I do know you can check the statues for stories. I just didn't think it was important at the time, but there's a statue up here. We can inspect it. And it's a shrine to Reshef, the last sultan. The shrine depicts a significant event in the life of an ancient sultan. All of these sultans and their histories are randomly generated on world creation, so they're different every time. In 3 AR, Reshef cleansed the marshlands of the plagues of the Gyre and taught Abraham to sow water vine along its fertile tracks. I can understand why there'd be a statue to that in this town, and that adds it to our history section. And we could also pray to it if we want to. I don't really know what praying does. You voice a short prayer beneath the shrine to Rapash, the last sultan. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to make a camp. I think I can just click on this to do that. And we're gonna cook before we head into the desert. What I should do is I should preserve things as well. But let's cook with our fresh food stuff first. So let's cook with a dram of cider, bear jerky, and canned havidol. And let's see what we end up with. You eat the meal. You start to metabolize the meal, getting the following effects for the rest of the day. +4 quickness, plus 30% max XP. Whenever you take avoidable damage, there's a 21% chance you'll teleport to a random space on the map instead. Amazing. That's not going to be terrible for us. Let's preserve our fresh foods. And let's preserve our exotic foods. Oh, actually don't want to preserve those. And let's start heading north. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to travel out to the world map. Nope, wrong button. And this is the world map of Cud. Now, very overwhelming the first time you see it. Down here is us. This is where Joppa is, over here. Can I zoom in on this map? I can, cool. This is Red Rock here. That was where we were going to go. So that's how far we traveled underground, from here to here on the map. This is a vast salt desert, very scary, very deadly. Up here is a grand market. That's our next target. Once we completed the Rustwells quest, we're going to adventure up here because I want to be able to... I think I can pick up a way to fast travel here, and that would be very, very valuable. This ruin here is new. I've never seen this before. We can check out what it is. I definitely don't remember this being here before. The asphalt mines, okay. There's also some other just points of interest on the map. There is a Bethesda Suza, which is a large, I think it's a skyscraper. There's also Golgotha, which is where all my characters have died. This is the furthest I've ever gotten, is the Golgotha dungeon. There's the Grit Gate, which is a large, colossal gate inscribed with the runes of hundreds of indecipherable tongues. Beneath its chrome palings is a wide passage opens into the jungle loam. I think there's a town down here, Kayakuka, which is a ape town. And then the only last thing, this is all new over here. The map has changed a lot since I've looked at it, but all of this on the right-hand side, this whole massive lake is new. I've never seen this lake before. There's something in the middle of the lake here. There is the Yid Freehold. That's all new. I remember the moon stair is not what I thought it was. I thought the moon stair was a reference to the space elevator. It isn't. Hex prisms burst out of black marble beds, and the edges of Diko here as warm static dew. The stair purrs at low frequency. There's a town or something here. The Iron Roj. Tucked into a marble glade is the cloven trunk of Chava, the tree of life. Its fallen leaves lay like a mirrored carpet, and Dreamren's cur, a cycle carol. Okay, that looks like a scary place. And here is the space elevator. So in front of the space elevator, you've got the Omen porch. Through the umbrage of choking trees fly the 100 archways and buttresses of funerary monuments. They peer over marble arcades that roof the catacombs of the Eaters of Earth. And then the spindle. That's what it's called, the spindle. Here lies the hollowed ground where the spindle, a lengthless needle in Maya blue, ruptures the tomb-dressed earth and pierces the firmament. So that used to be the end game. I don't know if it still is, but we're going to travel across the overworld to get to this location here. This is the Rustwell. We have to be careful because of the kudzu vines that are here, but this is where we can get the copper wire for Argive. So we're just going to... Because I've taken a couple of skill points to help me explore, we shouldn't get lost on the way, and we've arrived at the Rustwells. So I'm going to descend into the Rustwells. I don't want to walk to the staircase down, and as soon as we arrive, our erstwhile overworld enemy, the baboon, is here. This baboon has a gun. This baboon has a chrome revolver. Let's kill the baboon before he shoots us. Okay, we got him. Let's grab that gun. I would very much like a chrome revolver. So this is a smudged and soldered chrome wheel clicks to moon time, just above a Brimstock hand paddle. The grip medallion shines in a Delphian lineage. So it's just a revolver, but it is a great weapon to pick up. So let's equip that. We're just going to get it for now. We're going to use our bow for now, but we will be using that. And around us here is Fulcrete. So this is actually a ruined building, a facility of some kind that we are going to be exploring. I'm going to zoom in while we're doing this. We need to find a way in, we need to find copper wire. You can see that someone is throwing a lot of stone at us. Ooh, what are you? You're a scrap-clad hermit. A patchwork of burnt metal and rust-flaked rivets make a gradient of new flesh across the hermit's body. Her hair is knotted into a rat's nest and held high by a barrette of broken glass. She screams in a tongue of her own invention. So she's a scrap-wielding, scrap-wearing wanderer. But the good thing is she's neutral. She's not going to attack us. Now that is copper wire. That's 10 foot of copper wire. We need 10 feet of copper wire. We need 200 feet of copper wire. So that's a good first find before we even need to descend into the rust wells. Let's just kill some baboons with arrows, if we can hit them. That's one down. And let's grab that copper wire. You need to pick that up if you're in combat, or you won't auto pick it up. There's someone over here shooting us. Oh, it's a brute. Let's charge him. And then we will freezing ray him, and that is him dead. Don't want to mess, and that is Kudzu. This is Kudzu. Kudzu will rust your metal if it touches you. It is very, very bad. It is such a gotcha for new characters. It ruined, one of my first characters was a Truekin Praetorian. Think of it like a traditional knight in plate mail armor, steel sword, steel shield, just absolutely beefing their way through the overworld to start with. And then I ran into a Kudzu and it ate all of my equipment and he died horribly. You really do not want to mess with Kudzu. That is why I am shooting the Kudzu with my bow and I am not attacking it in close combat. That is a brute. We'll just charge him down. We will freezing ray him. We'll dismember him and he's dead. You don't mess with baboons. Oh no. Okay, phew. The Kudzu didn't penetrate my armor with the front. That could have been really nasty. I didn't realize there was a Kudzu could get me through the wall there. You don't want to walk into Kudzu by accident. It is very, very bad times. Let's keep exploring. We need to find a way into the rust wells. Oh, what is this? Is this a hole in the earth? I've never seen. Wow, that's a new feature. I've never seen that before. So this is a multiple. So the rust wells are actually open to the air now. That was never here before. That's an actual hole. How do I get down there? This is new. There's a chest right down there on the bottom level. Is there actually a way to get down into the rust well on the map? Or do I have to just... Oh, there is a staircase down. Good. Let's shoot these baboons. I'm just pressing F to fire and I'm auto-reloading arrows. Okay, I don't want to get too close to them. They are nasty. Just make sure they weren't carrying anything like a pistol again. I'm just trying to shoot this Kudzu. Don't want to get close to it without being ready. Alright, I'm just going to quickly check the rest of this area. Make sure that there is no wire on the surface before I head down. It doesn't look like it. Yeah, I'm going to head downstairs. So we have to be very, very, very careful when we're down here that we do not get Kudzu'd. I hate the way it seems to be double taking my inputs when I walk downstairs, which is, I need to work out why it's doing that. Now, we started right next to a Kudzu, so let's be careful. What's this? Is this just trash? There's a perk you can get, a skill that lets you actually pillage the trash for useful components. I don't have that yet, because I'm probably not going to play a Tinker here. I think a cybernetic gunslinging Tinker might be a fun next character. Or a punch fist. You can get cybernetics that, like, upgrade your fists, which is pretty cool. I'm just going to kill all this Kudzu. I just do not like Kudzu. Oh, am I out of arrows? No. It's quite hard to hit. I don't think I need to worry about that one. This one, no. I tried to target it. It didn't penetrate. We need to remember to actually use our quills as well. I haven't been using them yet. Let's go around this way. Ooh, there's another Kudzu there now. That's a frustrating Kudzu to fight, but we can just step around it. What is this? Let's look at it, because there's hostile enemies around. Let's shoot you. Actually, shoot the spitting vine first, please. And then I'm actually going to freezing ray this one. Didn't work. It's very hard to hit it at this angle, but I don't want to get in combat with it. I'm actually hitting it. No, I'm just hitting the shell. What did we pick up the ring mail, which I didn't really want. Let's go around the other way. Do not want to walk past the Kudzu if I can avoid it. We can also take our armor off, but I'd rather not do that when I'm in a hostile area. We're bleeding from that horned chameleon. Oh, there's some wire. That's 10 foot. We'll grab that. Also Kudzu here. Tuber. Did we not pick it up? We'll pick up the Jojo Tuber. Oh, we did pick it up. Okay, we'll shoot this. I'll use freezing rays on them when I can to save ammo. I should have been doing that. Okay, and another kudzu. Looks like there's a dead end here. Just gonna keep exploring, trying to find this Kate wire. Almost walked into a kudzu there. I took a risk there and hit it with my axe. There's another one around the corner there. We've got to be really careful. I'm taking a lot of risks now because I want to get through this quickly. We'll grab these arrows. Dreadroot here, we'll hit it. Dreadroot can be really bad in a kudzu-infested area because the Dreadroot can actually make you run into it. Oh, I want to freezing ray it. Yeah, I'm taking risks by walking too close to this stuff. Let's just shoot this. Having an arrow here. Oh, I didn't see it in the wall. Can I freezing ray it from here? Probably not, but we'll try. Oh, that's not freezing ray. Freezing ray is still on cooldown. Okay, I'm taking way too many risks. I'm just letting myself hit it now because we haven't been punished yet, so I think I'm okay. That's not how this works. We've got another 10 foot of wire. Cool. There's some kudzu root over here. Lots of dead sap. Something's been killing the kudzu on this side. Probably the dog that we walked past, the feral dog. There's a lot of kudzu there. Oh, just walked into some kudzu. And we'll get this young ivory as well. And we'll shoot that kudzu. You can see it's pretty easy to kill if you get a shot on it. It's just if it's at an angle you can't hit it at. Always check water as well to make sure it isn't fresh water, because fresh water is money. What's around here? That kudzu looks strange. Why is it green? Okay, it's nothing to worry about. I am not treating the kudzu with enough respect right now, but I'm not too worried about anything I might lose, honestly. We just need to keep searching for this copper wire. And also a staircase down. Look at all of the debris that's here. Is that just a pool of blood? I won't let us check it while there's enemies. Oh, that dog just got impaled. So it was a pool of blood because there was a young ivory hiding underneath. That poor dog. That bat is attacking the kudzu, which is nice. A lot of neutral enemies will get into fights, which very reminds me a lot of Doom. Can't pick up these arrows while the kudzu's around. Okay, we are out of wooden arrows. I'm now using steel arrows, so let's focus on using freezing ray for now. And we'll pick up the arrows. Let's grab those. Don't need to worry about that particular piece of kudzu. Just need to be very mindful. We make sure we get all of the metal before we get out of here. We need to make sure we're not missing any copper wire, because the deeper we go, the more kudzu we're going to encounter. That's why it's called the Rust Wells. And I'd rather encounter as little as possible. Nothing up here. There is an explore button that you can use. Like I said, I'm going to save that for another playthrough. I'm being very, very, very risky with this kudzu, just letting it hit me. But it isn't penetrating my armor at the moment, which is fine. So I should be taking extra hits like that. Oh dear. I'm being very, very bad. Oh, there's some copper wire there. There's another 50 foot. Okay, we've got 80 feet of copper wire now. That's great. That's why you search. 50 foot is one of the rarest amounts you can get. I think we've probably got enough to head downstairs now. There's a little bit over here we should probably just quickly check, but I doubt we're going to find anything. Finding 50 feet is probably as good as it's going to get, yeah. Alright, let's head to the next staircase down. The game paused there because we encountered that enemy. And let's see what's down here. You swell with inspiration to cook a mouth-watering meal. So that's our carbide chef ability. We should probably cook while we're on this strata. We'll do that once we've cleared it out. Oh, just walked into a young ivory. There is a stat that will let you spot them before they come out. I think it's your reflexes, or if reflexes let you dodge it. Okay, there's a lot of stuff on this screen. The only thing here that's hostile to us is a spider, and the spider won't attack us unless we step into its webs. So that's 1 foot of copper wire and 10 foot of copper wire. So up to 91 feet. We need 200, remember. There's another scrap-wearing person. Though that scrap will probably get rusted away very quickly for them because of the kudzu. I'm not as worried about the kudzu. It seems that we've got enough armor that it's not a problem, or the kudzu's maybe been nerfed from when I last played the game, because when I last played the game, the kudzu touched you and all of your stuff just instantly rotted away. And it doesn't seem to be doing that anymore, so I was maybe being a little bit overcautious. There's a chest one more level down that I would love to maybe check out. Dilute salt. Wow. Okay. Swim through a deep pool of dilute salt. There's a bear. Bears can be tough, but I think we're over leveled for it now. We'll charge it. We'll dismember it. Oops. I do not want to dismember myself. I still haven't used my quills. That's fine. We'll use our quills if we get surrounded by enemies. Is what the quills are really good for. So actually, okay, you're killing Kudzu. I like that. And no wire over here. We've just looped back to this area. Is there anything down here? Wow, he attacked us 4 times. I'm not sure why he got so many attacks there. There's lots of enemies I could be killing, but honestly, the amount of XP I would get for these enemies is trivial. I just want to get this quest completed and get out of here. And then get on my way to the 7th day stilt. Oh, stop walking to Kudzu, honestly. Let's head up this way. Let them fight it out. These fronds I can use as food. Another pool of salt here. Must be a waterfall from above. Let's come down this way, around the outside of this crater. I like that they've changed the rust wells to be actual wells. That's really cool. They just used to be dungeons before. Okay, oh, that is a slug snout. We fought one of these before. It was very dangerous when we fought it before. Now it's not quite as big an issue. Still takes a beating. Oh, Irritable Nemo just acted up, and Quills just increased to level 3, and we're now level 9. So let's just quickly check out our character. Inventory, character. So we have 1 mutation point. There's nothing we can level up with that 1 mutation point. We have 152 skill points. I'm going to save up for 300 skill points until we have enough for dual wielding. What I will do is I'll level our strength up to 23. That we're 1 level, I think, becoming +4, I think now. At level 3 quills, we've got 488 quills, and now we get +3 armor value from having quills. So as long as we keep leveling quills up, we'll keep getting our armor value up, which is great. I haven't found a lot of metal on this level. A little copper wire. There's some more. That's 10 foot. We'll grab that. There's some more down here. 1 foot. It's better than nothing. It's not great though. And here, oh, that's it. Here we've got 20 foot. We're out to 122 feet. We need 200 feet, so we're almost done. Okay, this is a scary place to be. I could very easily have lost something there, but it definitely feels like... I'm just checking. Yeah, they're not penetrating or hurting us. What is with this corridor? Okay, and we are on... Oh, this. So there you go. They managed to rush 2 feet of this stand. Nothing I'm quite equipped is rusted, right? No, nothing is getting rusted here. So it's just if the Kudzu can't penetrate your armor, it doesn't seem to be able to rust you anymore, which is really fascinating. It's a big change. They used to just rust you. You are famished. Okay, well, let's cook. We wanted to cook anyway, so we'll make camp and we'll choose some ingredients to cook with. Let's cook with a vine wafer chafe, some worm jerky, and some boar jerky, and see what we end up with. You toss them in the pot and stir. You eat the meal. So now, because I am a carbide chef, I get to pick what it does. So whenever you drink fresh water, 24%, you heal 15% of the time. Whenever you take damage to 8%, you don't thirst for the next 12 hours. Or plus 10 to 50% max HP and you thirst at half rate. That saves us some money, I'll grab that. You learn to cook Phros' vine wafers with chopped meat and worm jerky. So now we can remake this whenever we want to. And it will always give us plus 40% max HP and half thirst rate, which is pretty cool. So eating is a mechanic. You don't need these skills to eat, but you won't get any of the bonuses. There's some copper wire there. 1 foot of it. We'll just quickly check down here. Now, let's head down another level. We should hopefully find everything we're looking for pretty soon. There's a cannibal here, and that spider's finding the Kudzu. Let's kill the cannibal. Again, remember the cannibals were a threat for a while now. They are not. And we'll just let the enemies fight each other. I'm, like I say, not too worried about finding anything down here. Starting to, like, these enemies are starting to become something we need to worry about, but they're really not yet. We're just heading... I want to get to that chest, and I want to find myself some copper wire. Just keep moving through. The Fulcrete is interesting, because Fulcrete could indicate an ancient facility. That's the white walls, whereas the red walls are just shale. We could also... I could, for instance, equip my jackhammer and try and jackhammer through this and see if there's anything on the other side. I could also just try and axe my way through, but I can't penetrate it with my stinger. I can actually critically get my way through. We're not going to worry about that just yet. We could try and get through there later if we want to. Probably we can get around the other side of it, though. And we're really not that deep. You find really interesting stuff the deeper you go, but it's also more and more dangerous. And we don't have a character that's very good for delving yet. Let's go up this way. Bat corpse. Let's leave that Kudzu for them to clear up for us. Oh! We lost the fried processing cost. So they finally rusted something for us. And you can see how much kudzu is down here. Remember I was saying the deeper you get, the more kudzu there is. So I now maybe need to start being a little bit more... Wow. That beetle bum is just going to town on that crab. Okay, the crab is not coming for us, but we can cleave through it. I'm going to dismember it. What do we got its claw. No, let's hit it with a claw, with a quill attack. Let's hit 6. It took 6 damage from our quills. That's actually quite good. It looks like they just completely penetrated its armor. So we need to remember that, and we'll just regenerate the quills over time. There's no cooldown on fling quills either. We can just keep doing it. It just goes around. Yeah, they just go around us. So what is the amount of quills we need to hold on to make sure that we have armor? As long as you have half of our quills. So as long as we're over 244 quills, we are fine. We can just keep using that in combat if we want to. All right, here is where 50 foot of wire. And 50, okay. So you get to the bottom of it, you get everything you need. Now let's just check this chest to get out of here. This is an interesting chest. It's got a different color. It's just a Brindstock chest. What is inside it? A wet weird artifact. Let's examine that. A freezing folded carbide longsword. An extremely powerful weapon. Unfortunately, we are an axe wielder, so that is not great for us. This is 1d10 damage and has 7 armor penetration. That is amazing. It might be worth just using even though we're an axe wielder in our offhand, because that damage is pretty crazy. Let's equip it in our left hand. It's not like it's just good. There's also 2 Issachar rifles here. Sorry, I wanted to look at it. So, Pox sprinkle the barrel steel from 100 Soulstorms. The stock is spoon carved from fibrous Brindstock in the style of the Issachari June tribe. So this is just a very good starting rifle, and there's 2 of them here. In fact, there's a wet one and a sturdy one. The sturdy one cannot break or crack, which is just an extra thing. So I'm going to take both of these. We'll keep one of them. Now let's get out of here. We'll auto travel to the next stairway up, and we'll head back and complete this quest. We just passed that kudzu. Head upstairs. Yes, I'd like to walk to the nearest stairway up. Oh, this could be a problem. If I've not killed all the kudzu, we may get paused a lot. Let's see how far we can get. Is this the quickest route? Apparently it is. I've just taken control while we get past that dread route. Quite fun sometimes just watching your character auto-travel. We'll keep traveling to the nearest stairway up. Pretty good little adventure here. We've made some really good progress, and we didn't really suffer too badly from my hubris of just blasting my way through the kudzu. That, if you're... Yeah, I wouldn't recommend doing that. Right, let's head back to the world map, and let's travel back to Joppa. Okay, we don't want to walk to the nearest stairway down, and we need to go and talk to our good friend Argive to complete this quest. Here is the wire. Oh yes, wire. Beautiful wire. Oh, before I forget to cease our care, I repaired an old recoiler for you. Use it whenever you wish to return to Joppa quickly. Now give me a few minutes alone to attach the wire. So a recoiler is basically a teleporter. We can use that to return to this town at any time. We've gained the activated ability recoil. You've received a Joppa recoiler. You've finished the step, return to Argive of the quest Weird Wire Conduit Eureka, and gain 500 XP. And we completed the quest. So let's talk to Argive again. It's working. Genius. They said it couldn't be done. They said I was mad. They were all, what's this? What is this? Wait, it's repeating itself. Argive mumbles to himself for several minutes. Apprentice, come here. Something very strange has happened. The conduit is picking up a signal. Some sort of repeating transmission. I cannot decipher it. However, I lack crypto eggs and, well, never you mind. I have a great task for you, my apprentice. Do you accept it? So essentially, I believe that Argive has reinvented the radio. With the wire we're using as a great antenna to detect, and he's picking up a signal. Can I know what it is first? Very well. You must seek out Baratham the Old. He's the eldest and wisest tinker alive. He lives with his followers, the Barathamites, in the cavern called Gritgate to the northeast, amongst the ruins of Cud. He will know what to make of the signal. Who are these Barathamites? They're the disciples of Baratham. Mostly they are Urshipped, which is like a bear person. Like their mentor, mutant albino cave bears, with quills to boot. 1,000 years ago, Baratham and his kin crossed the Holmes Delta into the heart of Cud. He has spent centuries fiddling with tokens of antiquity in his underground workshops. If he cannot decipher the signal, no one can. Okay, we'll take the quest. Splendid, splendid. I've recorded that signal onto this disc. You'll need to guard it with your life, I'm afraid. Also, I'll need to rig up a droid scrambler for you. The Earthrites have programmed several way droids to guard the approach to Gritgrade. With the scrambler, you'll have no need to worry about them. Wait there. He mumbles to himself for several minutes. There you go. Now off with you. May you live long enough to do my bidding. Away, away. So we received a droid scrambler and a stamp data disc. The droid scrambler we can use to scramble a droid. And we've now got a new quest, a canticle for the Barathamites. Right. We are now at a little bit of a crux point. If I jump out to the world map, we can either head to Grit Great, which is... oh, I'm accidentally moving. I didn't mean to do that. We've actually just found a new village. No, that's Joppa. If I use the look tool here, we can head to Grit Gate, which is here. Oh no, this is the Rusted Archway, which is on the way to Grit Gate. Grit Gate is here. So that is the target of our quest, to get to Grit Gate. So we could set that as our next destination. Or, at some point, we are going to have to pilgrimage to the 6-day stilt. Unless the game has changed just drastically, at some point in the game, we are going to contract a debilitating fungal infection that will slowly turn our character into a mushroom and kill us. And the recipe to cure that illness is only available, as far as I'm aware, from a vendor at the 6-day stilt. And it's the cure is random every time. You have to find a specific creature and eat it. So going here, we have to do it at some point. It is quite a long journey, but we have a lot of water at the moment. So I think I'm going to end the video here. The last one was a bit too long. I think we've done some decent adventuring here. We've leveled up. The quills are very cool. What should we do? Should we head across the desert to the 6-day stilt and get our hands on that recipe, as well as explore the market while we have a decent amount of cash, bearing in mind that our character has a low ego, so we're probably only be able to buy 1 or 2 things? Or do we just continue with the main quest for now and not worry about finding the cure until we're actually infected, which gives us a little bit of time. But what I do know, again, if the game hasn't changed, is from Grit Gate they will send us to Golgotha, and Golgotha is probably where we'll contract the illness, and I want to prepare very carefully for Golgotha because I always die in this place. So let me know what you think. Let me know if you're still enjoying the series. Xenonauts 2 is still happening, but we're pretty much at the end of the campaign for that. And I am very keen to get some High Fleet stuff out as soon as possible. It's just getting some preparations done. I want to make sure it's as smooth as possible for that series. And if there's any other games you want me to check out as well, let me know. I'm going to try and just keep my content a bit more varied rather than just playing one game for a while. I'm having a lot of fun playing Caves of Qud, and I'm really happy that the first video at least got a pretty nice... people are pretty keen to see it. So thank you so much for everyone who has watched the video and liked it. I really appreciate it. I'm also on my way to 10,000 subscribers, which I never thought I would be. If you would like to help me on that journey, please subscribe. I would really appreciate it. One thing just thank you so much. I hope you've enjoyed the video. Have a great day, morning, noon, night, and I'll catch you later. Ciao for now.